Okay, I just restarted it, and maybe that was the problem. Says the video's unavailable. YouTube may have a problem today. It says we're streaming there, but it doesn't like that. Okay, I think YouTube is happy now. So if you've been patiently waiting on YouTube, thank you for putting up with it, and it seems to be working. Yay. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you for telling me that. It works now. I don't know. It's a wonderful world that we've all got right now. It really is, but things can easily get flummoxed. Okay, hey dogs. Oh, we've been trying all sorts of stuff. Hey Nick, thank you. We got it going. When I was in-game program at high school, someone commented in their call, oof, big oof, please. Yeah, you know that works. Loviz, check it in on YouTube. Thank you for telling me, Loviz. Thank you. Yeah, we're calling it take two. All right, so we got the new Jackson Hole Airport. We'll see if that works. Yeah, Heavy Weather was singing for everybody. I think that's pretty cool. We'll see if it works this time, Flight Sim Aviation. Welcome back in. Okay, so what we're doing is we're trying a brief, we're going to try all of this restart. We're going to try and do Jackson Hole to Salt Lake. There's no ATC. We'll go and sign on VATSIM and see if it works. If it doesn't, then we'll try and get an airplane that we know does work and go to Curacita and Pastol and see if that doesn't work. And if that works, then we can fly that. If not, I may have some problems here. I wonder what it could be. I wonder if they pushed an update or something. Hey, it should work. I have the lucky shirt on. I have the lucky shirt is on. So if the lucky shirt is on, that, I mean, you know, what else could go wrong, right? Has anybody else had a hard time getting, what is it, the AnyBuilds stuff to work? It's either that or Orbix. One of the two's been a little bit of a brat lately in terms of just being able to download stuff. I mean, it's not seeing any of my products. So yeah, AnyBuilds has got a problem. That's right, we are spies and anything can go wrong in Spyville. There is a series on Netflix about lazy eggs. Loviz says we should be able to take the Fokker on this flight. I don't know, considering the amount of trouble I've had, do I really want to take a chance with an airplane that I barely know? Everything is struggling today. Flight Sim Aviation. Yeah, I may Phoenix this one just because it's the airplane that is the most solid. Are you going to take the Phoenix, or are you going to take the Fokker, or are you going to take the C750? I know you like that one. That's probably way too easy to get into the airport. It's small, it's quick, it's nimble. Dogs is going to do a Phoenix flight. Loviz is taking the Fokker on the Dangerous Approaches event. Almost done loading. Thank you for being patient. Heavy Weather was tired after the show. Well, you were keeping people entertained. Loviz did this route already in the A320 earlier today. A practice run. That's a good thing to do. Okay. Loading is not fun. Come on, Blue Line, work a little bit harder. Canadian Bear, we did a restart of everything here. We've been having trouble. AVA flies A320s to both airports. So we could do an Avianca flight. Hey, the Blue Line moved. Almost done with this. Okay, let's let a couple of movies play by. It looks like it's smooth. There we go. Let all the things pop in there. Free flight. We still have the CRJ. I'm going to get the advanced map and turn it off because I can keep the clouds off. Okay. KJAC. Jackson Hole. And here's Jackson Hole. Wait until it downloads the map. Even though we were just here, it's got to re-download the map every time. There we go. Here we are at the airport. Gate 6. Oh, we are on VATSIM on this one. Let's make sure nobody's at Jackson Hole. There's somebody at the far end. Nobody's at the terminal. Okay, let's go over here. Gate 6. 6, not 6. Gate 6. I didn't say that. Okay, here we go. You're not at gate 6. Nobody's there. I don't see anybody there. Nobody's there. Well, I do see dogs there. Maybe you are at gate 6. Haha, sorry. Well, let's try the GSX relocation thing. This is experiment day on the live stream. We're just experimenting with everything because nothing freaking works. I picked the wrong day to quit smoking and drinking and sniffing glue and amphetamines, right? All the things that Lloyd Bridges talked about at there. Don't worry. No, I'm going to try my relocation thing, dogs. Let's try my relocation thing. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to relocate. Oh, it's going to take a second to load in because we've got to do WASM stuff for the new airport. But it looks like it's pretty good. Yeah, I know. Just let it all out. There we go. I don't want the chicken. I don't want the fish. I want the lasagna. I don't know if airports have WASM or not, but it always seems to take a while if you got a new airport in for it. So I assume it's WASMing. I don't know. Here we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. What a nice terminal. So this was the scenery that Loviz sent. And it's a freeware. So if you want to update. Loviz says it's a really new one. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and get in the cockpit. Okay, so that looks really good. Now we're going to come out of here and let's go and try to go to gate 7. GSX, reposition aircraft. I would like to go to gate 7. No, I don't want to follow me. Just warp me there. Is it supposed to do anything? Reposition aircraft. It didn't reposition me. Reposition gates. Let's have it go to gate 3. Gate 3. Follow me? No. Show me? Show me. Just warp me there, right? Just warp me there. Ready? Hey, look at that. We're at gate 3. Okay. We're at gate 3. So warping worked. The only problem with that is I've often been accused of having a warped sense of humor, so maybe warping won't be a good thing for me to do. Loviz says there's a Sierra Sim payware, but we can get 5 with this. Oh, are you talking about the other airport? Our next flight. All right, let's see what happens when we go on. And we are a CRJ7. We are a 550, and we're going to connect. Auto ATC just gave us a squawk code. And here we are. And dogs should pop in over there at gate 6. Yeah, I think I've got a nice airport for SKPS, but it's a default or some sort of an add-on at SKCC. I don't see dogs at all. All right, let's go ahead and try this. So, cockpit, EFB. You know what we also should turn on? We should turn on Volanta, because if I don't, Polyot's going to hit the Volanta button, and the big voice is going to tell me I'm being bad. Flight plan. Load. Add a flight plan. Jackson Hole. Okay, that looks good. Let's go to the aircraft. And I'm going to do cold and dark. Let's open our doors and attach a ground power cart. There's our door. Hey, dogs showed up. Okay. Cool. Now then, what are we gonna do? Let's start the airplane. AC. Start it the normal way that I do. Okay, everything's good up there. Okay, that looks great. Let's look down here. Let's do position in it. KJAC, Jackson Hole. We're at gate 3. Let's see if this airport knows about gate 3. It doesn't know about gate 3 here. Page 2. Waiting for a GPS position. Ian Marshall is back in chat. Hi, Ian. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming by today. We are just trying to get this going. We've actually been doing some troubleshooting. Been having a devil of a time with this airplane. Dog says that CTAF here is 118.075. We'll need that for our departure. Okay, there's a GPS position. Page 1. Put it in the boxes. Come down here. And nav. And nav. I'm going to get some backlighting on my instruments down here. We're going to get backlighting over here. And that's good. Let's turn off our caution and our warning. And flight plan. Simple flight plan. KJAC. Jackson Hole. KSLC. I put in way too many flight plans today. Alternate is KEVW. KEVW. Flight number. Let's just put that in. Waypoint 1 is KICNE. KICNE. Waypoint number 2 is LHO. There's our flight plan. Execute. Departure and arrival, runway 19, Alpine 4, and engage. Arrival, we're going to do 3-4 left. Carter 1, Bobert C, no. DDY Jacks, no. I think we did put in Queen. I don't think we need any of those. Execute that. Legs, page 2. Carter goes up there. Execute that. And then Dunlop goes after vectors. Execute that. Let's go ahead and start the APU. Open the flap, and let's load the plane. Page 3. We now have 41 passengers on this flight. 41 and enter. I don't usually put anything up front. And we have 1,000 for cargo. And our maximum takeoff weight is exceeded. But when we put in block fuel of 2973, 2973, and enter, maximum takeoff weight is going to be good. So our zero fuel weight is supposed to be 23.5. We're 25.3. Of course, that's the way flight sims are. Set the payload in the sim. That should take care of that. Now then, let's look at something. Remember last time? The airplane, the sim didn't know that there was any fuel. Let's look at aircraft info. Look at this fuel. It still says there's no fuel in the plane. But the airplane says it's got fuel. I wonder if that's if something's broken there. Don't know, can't tell, but you never know. Performance in it. Flight level 280. 17,000 for our alternate. Come over here. Copy performance data into the FMC. Set the bugs for takeoff. And execute. Page 2. Cruise winds are 339 degrees and 20 knots. Wind. ISA deviation is now 14 degrees. Execute that. Page 3. It's 2241. How about 2250? We'll be out of here fast. Execute that. I don't need to do any of the VNAV setup. We do need performance, and we need a flex 29 degrees for a flex takeoff. 29 and good. Okay, so all that looks really good. Let's do multifunction display, advisory VNAV, and progress. APU starts. All of these are clear. Go to the aircraft. I'm going to close cargo. Cargos are closed. Well, we had trouble getting the Phoenix to push back, but after we fussed with Codal, I always mispronounce it. After we fussed with Codal, after that, it seemed to be fine. So that airplane worked good. While we're waiting for the APU. What is it? 42, 4120, something like that. There's an APU. Robbie Bobby's doing a retro Delta flight today. Okay, let's go close up the plane. Dogs is already pushed back. I'm going to close the main passenger doors now. I'm going to disconnect ground power. I'm going to disconnect ground power there. I'm going to make sure my parking brakes are on. My parking brakes are on. And I'm going to pull my chocks. We'll get charts later. We already know what we're doing here. All of this looks good. Anything funky up here? Not that I can see. Shall we try and go? Lex Stereo is back. And if you like the video that we play at the beginning of the spy flight, Lex Stereo did that video. Also, Lex Stereo's got a nice growing YouTube channel too. And I think it's the same way as Lex Stereo's name is there. LEXSTERYO. And a really nice one. 4265 is radio. 4265 is that. Dog says that CTAF is 118.75. 118.075. And that's good. Thanks for the resub, Lex Stereo. Welcome back in. Let's see, we can get our altimeter setting on the flight plan page. And it's 3029.
Traffic Delta TC, taxi runway 19er via Alpha, Jackson Hole.
3029 looks good. FMS data. Let's see. I just need to remind myself what the airport heading is. It's 187 degrees. Almost done. And 16,000. Coming up on, we'll see, 187. 16,000 feet is our initial climb. 16,000 is our initial climb clearance. Okay. Let's come on down here. We'll start squawking. Let's go over here to aircraft. Chocks are gone. Everything's good. Let's see what GSX does for us. GSX, prepare for pushback and departure. Seatbelts. Beacon. Hydraulic 1, 3, and 4.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Fuel booster pumps going on. Air conditioning packs are clearly off. And here comes our ground crew. JSG Droid is already there, so I'm probably not going to make it all the way to Salt Lake. We don't want to be too late for this FATSIM event. I know, Dogs, you're getting ready to go. I don't know if you're planning to do this next flight, but we don't want to be late for Cressida and Pastol, and I'm already late. Tim J, we're going to start engines in just a second. We did a complete restart of everything. We did a complete restart of everything. So we'll see how this works. And there's our backup, back to progress. Everything's good up here. Nothing is off. We're gonna get ready. Okay, nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, let's see if this works. Parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Hey, look at this. We're rolling. Look, Bob, the airplane's rolling. Okay. Almost behind the crew line. We've got booster pumps are on. Moment of truth. Ready? Starting engine 1. Engine 1 starts. N2 is going up. Let's see if we get fuel. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There's 20. And I got fuel flow. We've got fuel flow too. Loviz says I need to change the music. Oh, you could change the music in the Fokker. We've got fuel flow. I guess there was something wrong. I think it was something wrong with I needed to restart. I think that's what it was. So something was wrong. I don't know. Let's go ahead. We're starting engine number 2. You got to hold it down. Engine number 2 starts. I wonder what it was with the computer that I had to do the restart. That was really, really weird.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set. Starting engine number 2. It's working. Holy cats. Oil pressure is at 55 and it's coming up. Looks like we got 2 good starts on our engines. I'm going to get the packs on so we have some air conditioning. There's air conditioning. 3080. We need 4120. 4140. 4140. 4140. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 10 plus 1 should be 20. 4140. Landing elevation is good. We're done with the APU. APU can go off. We'll close the flap. Let's come down here. We're going to do yaw dampers. We're going to do stabilizer trim. We're going to do mock trim. And everything is clear there. We need to go over to performance. Our takeoff trim is going to be 6.4. Flaps are going to be 8. Nope, that flap lever doesn't work. Flaps are 8. Thrust is idle. I'm going to do nose. Cabin call. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. Parking brake is off. Toe brakes are on. Nose wheel steering is armed. Toe brakes release. Are we going to get to move? Holy cats, it works. Okay. I think we're doing good. Carter 1, 3-4 left, right, airport, gates. Got everything we need there. I don't believe it. So I guess it just needed a restart here. I'm really blown away. Usually this is never a problem for me. Okay, Dom T Gaming and Atlas Systems are both celebrating. There's the moose dance, and I think that's the parrot doing the little parrot head dance. And takeoff config is green. We're set and ready to go. Let's hit the magic takeoff button. Magic takeoff button is ready and takeoff is set. A whole of Jackson, that's right. This has been a religious experience. It's been very holy, he said with... I have no idea how it is that this was so cranky today. I didn't do anything unusual this morning. I got up, I produced the morning video for Patreon. Jackson Hole traffic, there is a United CRJ taking off runway 19, Jackson Hole. So I did the usual production stuff that I do. I did an email, but it was Gmail. It wasn't anything special there. I'm actually really glad that, you know, it all worked out. This is a favorite airplane. Landing lights. Clock. Throttles up. And flex is set. Rotate at 135. $80 knots. $120. V1. Rotate. Needed a lot of runway to get this little airplane up off the ground, just like what happened for JSG Droid today. JSG Droid needed a whole lot of runway too. It must be hot at high altitude. It's got to be density altitude on us today. Not Slarmy says to Stretch, I need to fly first. We're going to start off with heading hold. There's 160. Flaps 1. There's some speed building up. Sync the heading there. Wait until we get to about 210. Flaps up. Speed, AP. Climb at 210. Jackson Hole traffic. United 441 is clear of runway 19 departing to the south. Happy landings, Jackson Hole. 122.8. Nice climb. Let's get the speed up now to 250. We are going to go direct to Kickney. Direct to Kickney. Execute. Nav. There's direct Kickney. Let's see. Dogs. I've got a scenery for Pastol. SKPS. It's kind of got a cool terminal. And a cool control tower. I checked it. Not Slurmy said to stretch. Now, I know what fixed it all. I changed to my lucky shirt. From now on, this is the only shirt I wear. This is the only lucky shirt that works. Speed 270. Speed is 270 now in the climb. If I get a good landing here at Salt Lake, then it's the lucky shirt. It's the lucky shirt. I don't think that they make this print anymore, though. So I gotta watch it. It's in terrible shape. I love it. This was one of the original boat shirts. Out we go. Landing lights off. Cabin call. Sync that heading. Look, Mom, we're flying. Who would have thought? I didn't update any software. I watched half of it. They've got the full YouTube. They got the full thing of Doctor Who stuff now. Flight level 280. So I watched, they do the whole episodes there. I watched I didn't do anything else. Never underestimate the power of a lucky shirt. Yeah. This was, I call it my map shirt, and I got this from Banana Republic literally in the 90s, the 1990s. That's how old this is. So at some point, it'll break my heart, but I'm going to have to find a new map shirt. It's got, nautical map, and it looks like it's got some weather things on it, but it's almost dead gem, so. Altimeter. Standard. CTAF for Salt Lake City is 119.050. We are 187 miles. This shouldn't take any time at all. So I'll be a little late to the party, but we'll get there. Carter ILS. So all of that looks good. Thanks, dogs, for the CTAF. Oh no. Did I forget Volanta? Oh, I didn't forget Volanta, but because I had to restart the sim, I didn't have the layer turned on. That's why. Volanta was on, but I didn't have it engaged. So you know how, the way, the old Photoshop was, you have different layers. Well, each scene that you see on a live stream like this has I've probably got 10 to 12 layers on this, on each one. And you can turn them on and off, and so that's why it wasn't out. Canadian Bear just did a raid. Welcome, Canadian Bear. Thanks for the raid. Good to see you. We got everything sort of working here. All right, we do need to make one serious decision here, though. I need to look at the event page here and make sure that it's still going to be running. So we're going to go and do dangerous approaches. It runs from 2300 Zulu to 3 o'clock Zulu. I think we've got time. I think we've got time to do this. So we should be able to zap our way down to Salt Lake pretty quick. And then the event is down here. We're departing out of SKCC. And we're going to SKPS. Here's SKCC right here. This is our departure airport. There's no ATIS up for that. And we're going to SKPS. So there's no ATIS for either one of these. So it's this part of Colombia to the south part of Colombia is what is our flight. I mean, we're almost halfway to Salt Lake, so there we go. Okay, 24,000 feet. We're looking pretty good here. On the arrival, on the Carter arrival, we've got to be at 12,000 feet at Weber. Do we have that put in here? I don't see Weber. Brigham City. Oh, we're not going to Weber. We're going the other way. We're going to Syrup. That's 11,000 feet. Okay, 11,000 feet for the descent. And that is the correct transition. I should trust my airplane. What runway did I get for arrival in Salt Lake? Last time we checked, dogs, Salt Lake is landing on the 3-4s. I'm going to go for runway 3-4 left. Because it's short and fast. If there isn't an ATIS in the Phoenix, there's always the B key, right? Well, you should be able to get an ATIS. You should be able to get a METAR in the Phoenix. You just won't get an ATIS because they don't have an ATIS up. Kind of reducing my speed a bit. Salayan 103 is going to lurk. Thank you for coming in. Well, you're still here. You're lurking. I don't think it's going to give me a top of descent. Oh, it is. Okay. Good airplane. Hey, Beethoven's back. Welcome back. Happy Sunday afternoon to you. Okay. There we go. I'm going to increase my cruise speed to 310. 310 on the speed. Queert's been doing a lot of DC-6 flying lately. Beethoven, you came in. We've been having all sorts of trouble with this airplane. I had to restart Stormy and everything just to get everything, restart everything in here just to get this airplane to work. It was being such a brat. I think I'm going to go and drop that to 300. I had to restart my whole computer here. I don't know what the problem was. I did not press any key to continue button. Watch, now all of my other airplanes won't work. Okay. Above 4,000 feet at LHO. So 14,000 feet, not 4,000, 14 is what we need. There's our first descent. Top of descent's coming on up here. Thalo, welcome aboard. Good to see you. The hyperdrive motivator has been damaged. Well, it's either that or the AE35 unit gave out. I'm not sure which one. It could have been the AE35 unit. Okay, our descent is going to be 280 knots, and this is just a bug. A number bug, not. Dom T Gaming says the event we're going into has only one controller. Okay, I'm gonna go and let's make a note of something, an add-on linker. This is one of the things that I'll do. We got a really nice new scenery for Jackson Hole Airport. It's a freeware, but I'm gonna go and I've got an old freeware that we had and I don't want to use that anymore. So what you do is come over here and go KJAC, and this is the O-Dogs Jackson Hole. We don't want to use this one anymore. So what I'm gonna do over here is set custom data, and in the description, do not use. I'm just gonna pop that in there. So what this will do is if I ever go and I'm just loading scenery and unloading scenery, this will pop in and tell me not to use it because I've already got another one. And the other one I've got over in the community folder, I'm just gonna leave it there for now. I'll end up having to do a massive amount of add-on linker cleanup at some point. Atlas System knows what the AE35 unit was. Just a minute, just a minute. My fault prediction center says the AE35 unit is about to go poof. Ms. Factual is back. Oh wow, Ms. Factual says there were a bunch of controllers on earlier. Some were being passive aggressive over the, really? On this event? On the Columbia event? Ms. Factual? Okay, I'm gonna start reducing my speed a bit. We're about 10 miles from top of descent. And I'm starting to slow her down just a bit here. And now we're going to vertical speed. And it says we need to descend now 1,800 feet per minute. And reduce that. Miss Factual, it was the Salt Lake event. Wow, our controller out up at Jackson Hole was super nice and understanding. I was having a terrible time with this. Oh, it's 14,000 at Brigham City. The hyperdrive was called warp drive in the early Star Wars comics. Then Gene Roddenberry found out and said, Actually, this one says we only have to be above 14,000. We have to be above 14,000 and stop at set. Okay, so we're good there. Little slow. Let's keep this up. Dogs, I don't have a tulip. I have a globe. It's the one that came with the airplane. I know it seems a little, I just generally am flying only the liveries these days, with one or two exceptions, that come with the airplane, because they're getting updated so much, and there's a level of oversaturation that's kind of happening. You know, you get just overwhelmed about certain things, and keeping up with this livery needs an update, that livery doesn't work, this livery works, has gotten to be a bit much. 1,800 feet per minute. But, you know, the CRJ came with some nice liveries. Atlas Systems says that Gene Roddenberry and George Lucas respected each other. I think they should have. I mean, seriously, they came up with amazing universes and stories. Okay, we're going to hit set just fine. A little fast. Maybe I should take this airplane on the Dangerous Curves event. I know it works. Salt Lake is 119.050 radio. 119.050. Los Angeles and Seattle Center up right now, so we don't have to worry about anything there. And we're right on our descent path. And there's a very big salty lake up there. Time for some salty jokes. Rob Grant and Doug Naylor did not get along. Rob Grant and Doug Naylor. We're going to hit 14,000 just fine. Let's go ahead and let it go to the next one, which is 11,000. Because all of these are just at or aboves. Canada Bear, the Volanta sound alert. You mean the voice? That's something that Polyot came up with. And I think Polyot knew a voice actor to do those. And they're funny as hell for me. I really like them. Okay, let's see. Salt Lake, let's go to flight plan. Refresh the weather. The altimeter in Salt Lake is 3013. So that's close enough. 3013. And 3013 over here. There we go. They did a comedy. Oh, that was Red Dwarf. Okay, I get it now. Thank you. Thank you for filling in the blanks. Sometimes just don't make the connection. I'm going to do a 200-foot. I'm just going to do a 200-foot decision height. I don't want to sit here and crank this thing for 20 minutes. Dogs is coming into Salt Lake. So we'll just use the radar altimeter on this. Okay, what are we doing? We're at 17, 14, all of that looks good. Any speed restrictions on this? Feel like we're just coming in at warp 10. Nope, I don't see any speeds. But we probably need to bug 250 now. So let's go and pop this down. We're at thrust idle right now. And we're going to hit that one. So let's continue to let this go to 11. I'm going to reduce my rate of descent so we can start slowing down just a little bit here. Got the ILS loaded in. It's ready to go. Loviz says I could take an Avianca A320. I wonder if I've got that loaded. Avianca. I have an Avianca standard loaded in here already. We've got a livery, so that's going to work. Speed's coming down like a good airplane. Let's go ahead and bug 210 now. And let it continue to slow it down. Should the lake be white? I actually don't know what the lake color should be on the Great Salt Lake. I'm not sure. I mean, you know, if you think about it, I mean, the oceans are salt water. Let's see. Mike on the radio says, no, the brownish white is the correct color. Well, that's kind of a brownish white in there. I mean, off in the distance, but if you look down here, that's kind of brownish white down there. So Mike on the radio by this island, my guess is, there we go. Okay, heading bug straight up. And we're doing really good on the descent. I'm going to reduce my rate of descent to 1,000 feet per minute. That's going to help slow us down a little bit more. Heading select. Mike on the radio says it's not a lake like you'd see in the Midwest. It's mostly silt and such. Okay, speed's coming down nice. I think we're all set and ready for our next flight. We just got to land and come and head to Colombia.
Delta 258, LS 34 left, Salt Lake.
And there's 11,000 feet. Looks good. Okay, ILS 34 left. Uh-oh, somebody else is here. We need to not get in the way. Okay, so here we all are. That one's going to Provo. Got a Southwest flight coming in. Got 2 Southwest flights coming in. All right, so we need to make sure we don't run into them. So we'll vector ourselves in behind Southwest. 9,000, so 8,000 at Dunlap should work pretty good. Actually, if I make this tight behind dogs, I can get in and not be in anybody's way. I'm going to continue my descent down to 8,000 feet.
Public traffic, Southwest 2790, we're 10 miles from Owen next. Expecting ILS 34 right.
They're on the right side, so we're groovy there. Salt Lake traffic, United 441 says CRJ, a beam of the airport. Gonna do a tight turn to stay out of people's way for 34 left. Salt Lake. Canadian Bear, I'm using earbuds, which I really like. Lights. Heading hold. Good. Map a click. All right. Let's get performance. Bugs for landing. 130. We're going to land and call it 135. Right? I think we're ready to go. Let's rebug for 135 right now. 135. Okay, looking good. AP is going off. Starting our turn.
Southwest 2923, go ahead.
Gonna need some speed brake here. Gear. Didn't like gear. We're a little fast.
So I do have an aircraft in front of me, company Southwest also.
Yeah, I'm slowing down for that, so it gives a little bit of time too as well. It's going to be tight.
Yeah, I believe he was going to let you go ahead there, company Southwest in front of me.
Okay, I didn't hear any traffic on that. So, okay.
Sync rate.
Salt Lake traffic, Delta 2 clear, runway 34 left at Alpha 8. Yeah, a little bit of a high landing, but as long as you can make it, it's a good landing. Taxiing to the terminal via Bravo. Salt Lake.
Salt Lake traffic, United 441's 4-mile finals for runway 34 left. Salt Lake. Gear. Got the runway. Flaps.
Salt Lake traffic, Southwest 2790, we're on the localizer runway 34 right, we're still about 20 miles out.
Low-vis is flying Colombian Air Force. That
That's
was
about 17 miles out.
that was they had, and they probably still do, they fly the Fokkers on that, I believe. Gear down 3 green, no auto brakes, no speed brakes.
1,000.
That was a cool little battle maneuver there. We're just like getting right in here before like 3 Southwests are coming in. No, they only have the F-28. Oh, did I say the wrong word? Sorry. Hey, one of the things that I've noticed, broadcast towers are starting to show up in Microsoft Flight Simulator all over the place. I was doing a sunset flight into my hometown, Billings, and guess what I saw?
400.
All the broadcast towers that were out there.
Sync rate 300. Sync rate 2 minimums. Minimums.
Landing.
Minimums. 100.
Is that a moat that they've got around the airport here at Salt Lake?
Minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Minimums.
I think the minimums thing is frozen. Salt Lake traffic, United 441 is clear of 34 left, taxi to parking, happy landings, Salt Lake.
Sorry, traffic southwest 2790, going west 34 right, continue runway heading, climbing 9000.
Going missed, really? What happened? They were on the right side, we were on the left side. I didn't get in somebody's way, I hope. Landing lights. APU. And United Parks in the satellite terminal over here. Totally Qualified is back in chat. That is a great name on Twitch. Welcome, Totally Qualified. That is an awesome name here on Twitch. Got some big bumps in the scenery here. Really big bumps in the scenery. And APU. Man, I should take this one in the next event. Okay, pitot tube heaters off. And we're all cleaned up and the CRJ actually works. Yay. I'm really glad. This was an airplane that I was hoping was not broken. Persistence, yes, persistence pays off. And let's just go and grab this guy here. Nose light off. My controller just wigged out again. Parking brakes. APU is good. Engine 1. Engine 2. Stop squawking. Radio's going off. Everything looks good to go there. Fuel pumps can go off. That's cool. Beacon, hydraulic 2, 1, 3, and 4. Seat belts. Come over here. Aircraft. Chocks. Ground power. Doors. We won't bother with the jetway. We got to get someplace. How about that? We fixed it. Yay. It was the lucky shirt. It was the lucky shirt, right? They have some most control aircraft. Hey. Hi, Off-World. Welcome aboard. Was Volanta nice or was Volanta mean? Volanta said minus 268. Yeah, it wasn't the best of landings. It was not the best of landings. Let's get going to this next flight. Don't want to miss out. Salt Lake looked good. The new Jackson Hole was really nice too. Loviz found a really good Jackson Hole over at flightsim.to. Definitely recommend that if you can get it. Okay, let's go and see if they've added any information here. Okay, we're going to be, I don't see runways, so we're just going to go ahead and pop ourselves in here. There's the terminal, obviously, over there. Flight plan. It's AVA, I believe, is going to be Avianca. New flight. It's going to be a 320. It's going to be... All right. I should have it down here. Aegean, Finnair, Azul, Air Lufty, Air Canada, Frontier, Czech, Atlantic, Indigo, Iberia, Atlantic, KLM, Eurowings, Swiss, Avianca. Avianca is GLG. Or is that in another part of the world? Maybe it needs to not be there. Well, it says GLG, so I'm going to use that. SKCC. SKCC. You might want to check the livery is installed. I did just a few minutes ago. SKPS. And Dom T Gaming says, no, let's call it AVA for Avianca. AVA, Avianca. This is a VATSIM event. Let's do kilos and 30 minutes. AVA. I wonder why it didn't say that earlier. It must be another one of them. Okay, all of this is good to go there. Let's go ahead and generate this. Let's see, runway 16 and 2. What's it look like people are doing here? FAC 1959, that's JSG Droid. And that's runway 16. I think this is good. Let's go. I need some controllers. And Moby Flight. Here comes Moby Flight. GLG is Galapagos. That would be Avianca Ecuador. Well, we're in the other Avianca, so we're going to do this. Thank you for the AVA. Generate the flight. Hi, Abgeek Fozzie. Welcome back. Okay. Moby Flight is happy. Let's do view the PDF. Save the PDF. Desktop, current plan, Bing. Let's go pre-file on VATSIM. SimBrief in its wisdom says flight level 340. We're filed. Chickening out cannot happen. Let's get a simulator. Okay, all the controls are set. Lucky shirt is on. I think we're good. Loviz says expect runway 16 and the Umpex 1 Charlie. Loviz says the one, so runway 16 and the UMPEX 1 Charlie departure. And that is going to be SKCC. Thank you for the flight plan. Let's see if that's what SimBrief gave me. That's the correct flight plan. Pi UW1 to BOG, direct to GER, direct to MER. So it's got everything but that SID. UMPEX 1 Charlie. UMPEX1C. Okay, got that. And this can go over here. Let's go clean this up. Okay, so we don't need these. I heard dogs did make it into Salt Lake. And we're in A320. Got to figure out a departure airport tomorrow for vectors to Copenhagen, or diverting from Copenhagen. I mean, that's what it's been lately. Minimum takeoff fuel is 7727. Diversion fuel is 3490. 3490. Okay. For some reason, SimBrief does not give the SID, but you need one so you don't run into the mountains. Yes, we do not want to go splat. Colombia is a great adventure. Oh yeah, I'll get that going. I'll get that set up here. Hang on. A new title. Hang on. Man, we certainly had the other one for long enough. There is a new title. I'm going to get my flight plan data for you too. What in the world would we do without Control C and Control V? That is just the best thing in the world. Dogs got some sceneries. I didn't know that. I guess I knew that there was one. I didn't know about the other one. Okay. Now we just have to make sure we don't spawn anywhere. I think I forget. I think it's our arrival airport is the one that I've got. And it's really kind of a neat one. The terminal school. Lovis says the RNP reminds me a little bit about Cotton, but easier. Let me guess, not quite as tight a turn and a runway that's not quite as short as good old Cotton, right? And I think didn't we learn recently that they don't do passenger flights there, just cargo flights now? They're not flying passengers into that airport. Okay. Air Berlin, Phoenix, Air Canada, Finnair, Frontier. Oh, they must have IAE engines. It must be IAE engines. Loviz Avianca has CFM engines. I did check, and the livery did load. Oh, is it a Sharklets plane? I guess it is. So it's going to be CFM with Sharklets. So that means, let's go and do a rescan. So 320s. And we need CFM SL for Sharklets. Okay, let's try and configure this one, and there should be an Avianca livery in here. Nope, not in there. I know I checked the liveries. It's in there. Was it in SL? Was it in SL? A320 SL. I'm just going to check. All right, so aircraft, A320. Airline, Avianca. Avianca. I checked this earlier, and I saw that I had one. I saw that I had one. So there's Avianca without Sharklets. Here's the one that has Sharklets over there. So I have a CFM 56. What the fucker? Here's one with Sharklets. I knew I had that one. I'm gonna get this one and use this one. Just simply because AVA, it's an A320 CFM. That's the one that I've already got set for. So I got both of them in there. All right, let's try this again. I did check, and I saw that I had one loaded. Yeah, the WTF version, right? Seriously, why is it that the aviation has so many opportunities for the WTF thing? Guys, gonna call it a day. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in on YouTube. Have a great Sunday. Good week next week. I actually prefer the fences. I'm sure that the Sharklets are more fuel efficient. Loviz says there may be holds at Mir. I mean, the fences just scream Airbus to me. That's the little triangles on the wings of an Airbus, as opposed to the shark. You know, it looks like shark fins that stick up. I have loaded Microsoft Flight Simulator on today's live stream more times than I have ever loaded Microsoft Flight Simulator. There has been more waiting than ever before. Well, let's see. While we're waiting, let's go to VATSIM events and look at tomorrow. Tomorrow, what do we have? We've got Moncton Mondays, Tan Sun, Morocco online. I don't see Vectors to Copenhagen. Oh, there's Monday. Okay, Dangerous Approaches, Vectors to Copenhagen. What have we got? We've got Bergen. We've got Nuremberg. Well, Nuremberg and Dusseldorf are every day. So Nuremberg, Dusseldorf, or Bergen for our departure airport to get us into Vectors to Copenhagen. I forget. I know I think it's Dusseldorf that we have a nice scenery of. Somebody requested EHAM for tomorrow. EHAM it shall be. You know why? Because I bought some smoked ham for ham sandwiches. So, AMST. EHAM it will be. So, EHAM to Copenhagen tomorrow. Of course, that gives us all the opportunity to ham it up. I will tell you, though, that flight is definitely not for amateurs. Good decision not to fly to Copenhagen. The Dusseldorf controllers are nice. I like the I like all the German controllers. They've been great. Happy birthday to Canadian Bear's girlfriend. Happy birthday to Canadian Bear's girlfriend today. Yeah, are you have you told your girlfriend about, the online flying community and all the spies that are lurking about? Okay, so we're looking for A320 CFMs with WTF, wingtip fence. I like the other The only problem with doing an event airport departure is the possible delays. EHAM is a good idea. Delays on a VATSIM event in Europe at 1800 Zulu? Ah, come on, that never happens. Just like people are never sarcastic on the internet. Right? Skynixes is back in chat. 2 clicks away from getting the Steam version. Skynixes, if you're comfortable doing that, if you're comfortable with it, then you go with that. That's not what I did, but you go with what you're comfortable with. All right, let's see if we've got what the Fokker here. Here we go. So CFMs right there, and configure. Yeah, maybe this weekend there will be no diversions. All right, so Aer Lingus, Air Berlin, Avianca. I swear I checked it when we were doing the other flight. I checked it and it was there. I got the lucky shirt on right now, so we're good. Canadian Bear is nervous to play Crash Course Flight Simulator. Look, unless you're a jet pilot and stuff like that, you're probably not going to know everything about this. Hey, Mustafa. Man, did we have trouble with the CRJ today. I had to restart my whole system and go get my lucky shirt just to be able to fly today. Something is weird in the water. All right, we are going to SKCC. SKCC. Thanks for coming by. I hope it is a wonderful evening at the Moose Lodge. Couldn't start the engines. GSX wouldn't push me back. Couldn't start the engines. GSX wouldn't push me back. It was just one collapse after another. One catastrophe after another. But once I got the lucky shirt, all was right with the world. Gate 4. It is very hot at the Moose Lodge today. So my guess is the moose bread, you just set the moose bread out on the table and it cooks itself. I wouldn't do a nighttime flight on this. You mean I can't do normal time? Is it going to be dark already? It wasn't dark in Salt Lake. It's nice outside Spy HQ right now. Is it already dark in South America? No, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Very nice. One of those, yeah, it's the stuff automatically cooks kinds of days. It's already dark, says Dom T Gaming, really? That looks kind of dark out there. Oh my gosh, who turned out the lights? We may have to change the time. There's our Avianca. All right, let's go ahead and take good advice. Okay, so to change the time, go to custom, and then you can roll the clock back. Let's just go aboard the plane. AVA 441, A320, and connect. Yes, yes, yes. The clock isn't going to work. Be nice. Okay, we don't need stairs. Yeah, actually, we do need stairs. And the door open. Flight plan. I don't know how to type. I don't know how to type. We're flying as Avianca Flight 414. I don't know how to type a flight plan number in. All right, here we go. Loviz says it would be a struggle. Okay, let's get ready to go. All this looks good. Let's power on the plane. Good old trusty Airbus. I will be confused. I'm always confused. Remember, before my hair went gray, it was blonde, so I have a built-in excuse. Loviz says it's dark with big mountains and the airport is on a bluff. ASUS. Air operations. Flight init. Data request. Good to go. Good to go. Load sheets aboard. Do we have a McDo? We got a McDo. Yay. Init. and init request. We have a SKED center 128.6. 128.6. Okay, let's listen in.
Facing south, reported to taxi. From frequency, Bogota controllers will be right back in 2 minutes. I will have to change my connection due to an issue with Euroscope. Sorry.
1012.
Adriana 9401, can we get a takeoff for those already?
Ayanka 90401, runway 16 in Cúcuta, wind is, wind 170 degrees, 20 knots, clear for takeoff.
So takeoff runway 16.
Lovis says to prepare for the UMPEX 1 Charlie departure. This is going to be runway 16 departures. And get the SID point for runway 16 departures.
Rueda la Bahía Delta, Vía Alfa, backtrack aprobado, notifique Bahía Delta, pista 01 y listo la salida. Vía Alfa, backtrack aprobado por la pista 01 a la Bahía Delta, notifiquen la Bahía Delta y listo la salida.
Okay, that was Torat 1 Juliet.
Correcto. Blanco Colombia 213, información de tránsito, Airbus 320, próximo de la pista.
3
presión en carrera,
Charlie.
despega ahora la pista 16.
Torat, we're supposed to get the
Recibido, Blanco
UMPEX.
Colombia 232.
Tibus. Dimmel.
Numbers and, sorry.
I don't have the
15
UMPEX on that one. Do we have it over here? Torat. Tora. I don't have it in here. Uh-oh. Did I forget to do INSs?
Colombia 213, estableciendo el localizador, pista 16.
Thank you. Gotta get those going. Uh-oh. I don't have that departure. I've got Torat. Here's UMPEX. There's the waypoint, but it's not listed as the UMPEX. There's UMPEX right there. So runway 16. Oh, look at this. They've got two of them here. I'll bet it's on this one. Here it is. It's on the second page. Okay, see, sneaky, right? There it is, UMPEX. And next page is UMPEX 1 Charlie. We got that.
Continue taxi, gate at discretion, control out, 235, sorry, 0000, thank you for flying, but call good afternoon.
Let's just go and start boarding the airplane the old-fashioned way.
You're welcome.
Bogota Control, very good evening from Avianca 441. We are a A320 on the ground at Cursita with the latest METAR, requesting clearance to Pastol. Uh-oh. 414. Doom, 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 doom. Do 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 do. The Jeopardy people are gonna sue me now.
Calling for clearance.
Avianca 414 is holding for clearance at Curacita down to Pastol. Good afternoon.
Avianca 414, hello, standby number 2 for clearances. Give me 1 second.
Standing by, thanks. Good. Yeah.
Oceanic 7866, muy buena tarde.
It's actually nobody had 441. I didn't know how to type. I was typing so fast I didn't know what I was doing, so I was an idiot. Okay, let's come over here while we've got a second. And we need to see coming in. SimBrief said runway 2. They did not give me an arrival. There is a star. It's the PAC-X1 Alpha. And we come out at Mir. I don't think so. And then approaches. Runway 2 is an RNP. Oh, holy cats. It's this one at Mir. Okay, it's this one. Oh, goody. I know this approach. I think we'll be able to have... Yeah, we've done this before. I don't think we're going to die. It's not going to be that bad. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I am encouraged. It's not going to be terrible. Let's see. Cost index is going to be number 8.
Radar contact passing 9,100 feet.
Altitude is 340. Yeah, we've done this. I'm not scared. No need for chicken sounds on this one. Let's get the wind. Yeah, it looks worse than it is. And it's actually really nice. Thank goodness I changed the time to the daytime. We still gonna have a broken back, but yeah. Okay, that looks good. Let's do over here. Oh my gosh. My takeoff weight is 6.6. Yeah, maybe we are gonna die. 57.5 is our zero fuel weight. 31.1. And those are good. It has been a 666 kind of a day, hasn't it? It really has been. Okay, let's do fuel while we're waiting. Fuel is...
That is correct. And just to confirm, are you proceeding direct to Mike Echo Romeo?
Cool. 0.667. We're just... It's bad. Alternate is 2.
I cannot see that on my radar, so on your left, proceed direct to Mike Echo Romeo. When ready,
1.02. And fuel is green. Cool. That's all good.
Now you will proceed direct to Mike Echo Romeo.
1012. 1012.
Avianca 414 ready to copy clearance.
Avianca 414 ready to copy clearance.
Just to confirm, do you have enough capabilities to depart via UMPEX 1 Charlie, runway 16?
Avianca 414, yes, we have RNAV capability and are capable of the UMPEX 1 Charlie departure.
Roger, Avianca 414, you're clear to pass via UMPEX 1 Charlie depart to runway 16, flight level 330, squawk 0006.
Avianca 414 cleared to Pastol via the UMPEX 1 Charlie departure, runway 16, climb flight level 330, and our squawk today is 0006.
Avianca 414, back is correct, runway use 16, wind 170 degrees, 20 knots, QNH 1012, temperature 28 degrees, push and start is approved at discretion, excursion with aircraft in the apron. We're ready to taxi, squawk mode Charlie, please.
When ready to taxi, we will squawk mode Charlie. Push and start is us on the apron, and we'll give you a call for that as well. Thank you for Avianca 414.
That is correct.
Okay, let's get this installed. Airplane is loaded. The captain wishes he was too. Okay, this looks good. And flight plan. And departure is going to be runway 16. It's the UMPEX 1 Charlie departure. And there we go. Coming on into SK, our arrival is going to be runway 2. It's the RNAV runway 2. And no star, but our VIA is going to be Mir. That's already installed. And insert. APU, start. Passengers are aboard. Dom T Gaming says Wisa gonna hold. And loaded, loaded, loaded. All that's good. I'm gonna close the door. Lose the stairs. APU is almost on. We do have a squawk code. I'm, of course, a little bit hurt that it's not 0007, but I will get over it. We gonna hold. Ah. Okay, that looks good. And that looks good there. Everything's groovy there. We should have a final load sheet. We do. In NIT, page B, 57.5. That is correct. Center of gravity is 31.1. That's correct. Accept and clear. Our final fuel is 9.26. I need 7.1. Yeah, boarded a bunch of extra fuel for today's flight. Just had a feeling, you know? And performance, let's get performance ready to go, and we're almost ready. Performance. Okay, flaps 2, down 0. All of that looks good. I think we're ready to go. Push and start's on us, right? Push and start is on us. We're going to push tail right. How's all this?
401 now increase your climb rate up to leaving flight level 230, please.
Increase climb rate.
Seat belts. Think GSX will push us back. Prepare for pushback and departure. Avianca. Okay, all this is good. Ground power can disconnect. Parking brakes are on. Disconnect those. My flight's over here. Weather over there. Hey, we're ready to be pushed back too. Let's see. Loviz was looking. Loviz says Dom T Gaming is right over there. Tail right. Flight Sim Aviation, we're going to a little airport. I'm probably mispronouncing it. It is SKPS, is the IC cows. It's called Pastol. Dom T Gaming needs a Fokker VMR model matching. So there is one that you can do. No, wait a minute. That's for the... that one is for the F-28 and the Cessna, the Citation 10. I don't know about one there. Nose right, tail left. Shall we go? Just got it done. Thanks, Captain Chris. Thank you for the reminder. We got a nice Latam over here.
50, climbing to Flyin 36. Athena 646, increase climb rate.
We can't do particularly much with that side. Athena.
Loviz is using the C750 model matching. I heard it's a little bit hard on your... It's hard on frame rates for some systems. Go into flight level 3.
Oceanic 7866, pista 26, el takeoff run available desde Charlie, 1590 metros, el viento 220 grados 04 nudos, autorizado a despegar.
That's a lie. It works good. Oh, that was some speculation. Oh, really? From Polyot?
Oceanic 4966, cuando listo, squawk modo Charlie, por favor, el viento, corrección para la pista 12, viento 220 grados 4 nudos, QNH 1015, temperatura 25, notifique listo radar.
Starting to. I know, I thought I heard a sound of a gavel whack or something like that going on. They use gavels in the UK, right? They do gavel whacks. That's what Alan Shore used to refer to them in Boston Legal.
Avianca 452, you should cross Mike Romeo in between flight level 120 and flight level 140. Are you sure that you
rather suggesting he tests it because it's using third-party aircraft model matching and Stormy isn't the one. That's what it was. Oh, Polyot's here. Hey.
Avianca 452, rear that, crossing Mike Romeo, clear for
that is a good one. Gavel whack should be a new Olympic sport. That's right, gavel whacking. Oh my gosh.
You are welcome.
Okay.
101 Earth, the transition altitude 1000. 1019 Earth, 1019.
Control checks.
Athena 646, traffic information 12 o'clock. You got a pitch 12 right now, flight level 230, 20 miles from your position.
Everything works.
Flaps
2.
Traffic inside yet, so
November 26 to Romeo Mike, traffic information. You got Bravo 461, 18 miles from your position, 11 o'clock, climbing from flight level 220 to 300.
We're looking for Romeo Mike and
Athena 646, you may expect flight level 310 final level.
310 is final level.
Your chat made a ping sound. Really? You have a ping sound that works? And we're going to report holding short of taxiway Alpha.
German cargo 301 heavy on your right, proceed direct to boost room. Bravo uniform Sierra Romeo uniform. Colorado 408, contacto radar a través de 6000 pies, continúa sin restricción para datos internacionales. November 10-6 to remember, you already have a Snoop 2 Alpha arrival for ALS Yankee Romeo 16.
Okay, we're ready to go.
6,000 feet by Snoop 2 Alpha arrival, QNH in Cúcuta 101.
Alright, 6,000 and 101.
Bogota, Avianca 414 is pushed, started, holding short of Alpha with the latest weather, requesting taxi.
Avianca 414, that's the... Sorry, by Bravo, backtrack is approved to position 16 report reaching Bravo and Ray for the... reaching Delta and Ray for departure.
Okay, via Bravo, backtrack is approved on runway 16. We will report ready for departure for Avianca 414.
November 715, Julia, despegar en approach runway 02, descend and maintain flight level 120.
Hey, Mike BF80, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming in today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Poliot just put something in about the model matching there.
Colombian Air Force 120, just to confirm, do you have enough capabilities to make the RMP approach on runway 02? Colombian Air Force 120, roger that, but you're
And we're
so
cleared
far
to backtrack.
start descent, but for now, this is maintain flight level 140, the transition level in Pastol 120, transition altitude 1000. That is correct. For now, you will expect hold over Mike Echo Romeo for your...
And that's going to be runway 16 right there. And let's move like we got a purpose here. We don't want to RIP Stormy. Stormy's just been too cool.
Charlie Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta, check your flight plan. I don't have any...
Lovis says expect a hold at Mir.
Expect 345 heavy. Hello, radar contact level 350. Report descent. Prepare ALS Yankee runway 160.
We'll prepare for the ILS Yankee 16 runway approach, and we will call and then FedEx 315.
Yeah, what?
Takeoff config is ready. Dom T Gaming will blast in, and it should not be a long hold. As long as we don't have to divert to that, to, you know, Copenhagen.
Scenic 7866, contacto radar a través de 6100, el QNH en el TMA de Pereira 1015, mega firme en tensiones. Recibo con 6000 pies, social BBR de Armenia, me confirma si incorpora la espera o efectúa aproximación por
JSG Droid. I think JSG Droid was doing a bunch of tutorials and stuff like that on that. So I think JSG Droid's ready. Hey, Hawk for Hire.
Top clearance granted.
Hawk for Hire has
Loyalty
just
noted.
done a resub for 48 months. Hey, thanks for the resub. I really appreciate the extra support. Thank you for the extra support and the very nice jet fuel in the flight plan.
México 45, buenas noches, contacto radar a través de 220, continúa sin restricción para 300 final. Avianca 414, runway 160, Cúcuta, the wind is 170 degrees, 20 knots, clear for takeoff.
Runway, clear for takeoff, Avianca 414.
Oceanic 4986, pistado 6 vientos, 220 grados, 4 nudos, autorizados pegar. Blanco Colombia 4082, en contacto radar próxima 190, notifique próxima Tolín para cambio. 4082, en contacto radar, notifique próxima Tolín para cambio. Avianca 452, runway 02 in pass, the wind is 330 degrees.
Landing lights. Throttles up halfway. Engines are coming on up and they're stable, even though the pilot is not. And manual flex. SRS is set, auto thrust is blue, runway is set as well, and it is up and away time. .100 knots, steering with rudder pedals. V1. Rotate. Positive climb, gear going up. And we are up and away. Flaps 1.
November 72 Romeo Mike, QNH Cúcuta 1012.
Really great view from here too. That scenery is pretty amazing. My guess is it's accurate too. Lever climb, thrust climb, lower the nose, and here's our turn. Who needs an autopilot? Flight Sim Aviation, is it time to call it a day? Thank you for coming by. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Amsterdam to Copenhagen tomorrow. Amsterdam to Copenhagen. So bring your e-ham sandwiches.
Delta 414, radar contact path 3600. Climb via OnPath 1 Charlie to fly level 330. Report racing traffic information. There is a PC-12 leaving 13,000 for 6,000 aircraft is located right now at your 2 o'clock to 0 miles from your position.
Avianca 441, 414, we'll keep an eye for that and continue climbing via the SID on the UMPEX 1 Charlie departure for flight level 330.
That is correct. Break number 762 Romeo Mike, traffic information. To get an Airbus 320, 12 o'clock, are leaving 4,500 feet, climbing to flight level 330.
We don't have contact for Romeo Mike, so we're going to go to the cloud from the
Thank you, sir.
Flaps are up. Speed brakes disarmed. Landing gear is up. After takeoff items are good. And we're doing our climb. The speed is low because probably they want us to climb quickly because there's all these like mountains in the way.
Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time.
Some nice clouds outside today.
We will commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to choose.
Separación. November 10, 15 Juliet, crossing Mike Echo Romeo, clear for RMP approach runway 02, QNH in Pastol 1020.
Everything's good over there. Everything's good up there. Temperature outside the...
120, continues to fly level 120 or hold over Mike Echo Romeo for
Total air temperature is 21 degrees. No reason to worry about icing. JSG droid, about the hold. Uh-oh. Low JSG droid's looking for hold help in the UNS, UNS-1. So to do that, you have to stand up in the cockpit, lift your right leg, hop up and down in a circle, all while singing Hold Me by Fleetwood Mac.
Bianca 452, wind is calm, runway 02, clear to land. Ancla 408, comunica vuelta aproximación en 119,5 van arriba.
Can't see an awful lot outside the windows.
7-3. Number 762 Romeo Mike, now clear of traffic. Crossing Charlie Uniform Charlie VOR, clear for LGMK runway 16, report established.
Charlie Uniform Charlie VOR for... Sorry, Charlie Uniform Charlie VOR.
Out we go.
After that, you are clear for LGMK, you report established localizer.
After Charlie Uniform Charlie VOR, clear LGMK and we'll report established for...
Dom T Gaming says you've got it, maybe heading mode and a stopwatch. Okay, there it is. Low Viz saves the day. Hit nav, Minver, hold. Nav, Minver, hold on the on that.
Roger, that report ready for this break. Charlie Sierra Alpha, Hotel Delta, Bogota. You're clear to Pastol via Charlie 1, sorry,
I know.
Cali
I
1
remember
Charlie,
Nav,
Pastol, runway
Minver.
02, flight level 240, squawk 1610.
A nice departure. Let's let the flight attendants get up.
Heavy, ready for descent.
Charlie Sierra Alpha, Hotel Delta 6, squawk again. Red bag is correct, position is approved at discretion, report ready to taxi with hotel on board, squawk Mo Charlie 1 ready to taxi. Flight 345, heavy descent maintain at 6,000 feet via D-Mill 1 Foxtrot arrival, QNH in Cúcuta 1020.
Center maintain 6,000 via the DB 1 Foxtrot arrival. Altimeter is 1020, FedEx 645 minutes.
Sorry, correction, the QNH in Cúcuta 1013, sensor.
Now then, there's a
101,
hold that everybody's getting. Let's see if we can find any information about said hold. There is one at the Mike Echo Romeo waypoint here.
452, Roger.
Inbound
control
is
out,
213 degrees and right turns.
Have on the full afternoon. Taxi at discretion.
213 degrees and right turns. That's right. We have
Charlie Sierra
a
Alpha,
experienced
Hotel Delta,
Fokker
taxi
spy
to
pilot.
Holding Point Alpha 1, runway 02 via Golf Alpha reportation.
Got a little bit of weather ahead, it looks like. Yeah, the hold button on an Airbus is on the telephone. Oh wait,
I'm coordinating with
yeah.
Panama
So if you
because
look down
that
here on the
point is out of my
telephone,
airspace.
that's where your hold button's going to be, right?
Bogota Control, Charlie Golf Zulu, Mike Alpha, requesting IFR clearance to Sierra Kilo Papa Sierra.
Charlie Golf Zulu, Mike Alpha, good afternoon, your number 1 for clearance.
Coming up on Pi.
Copa 1049er, hello, your
Captain
negative radar
Chris.
contact.
See you next time. Thanks for being here, Captain Chris. Weekend cheers. Good luck with this week. I hope it's a good one for you. Altimeters. Standard, standard, and standard.
Comunique Panamá Control 133, buen vuelo.
Hey, look at that. We made it and haven't scratched the paint or nothing. Have a great evening, Chris. It's starting to get a little bit hungry here. This has been a hard work day, especially with all the trouble we had with the CRJ. I mean, the CRJ's been so cranky. Low, so Dogs bought a couple of payware sceneries and they're not showing up. They're not in your community folder. I know whenever I purchase a payware. We're holding just hit near. Thalo pizza. That pizza emote looks tasty today. I don't know, Dogs.
Number 1062 Romeo, Mike Visual Cross Charlie Uniform Charlie 6,000 feet or above. Just be aware of the terrain.
When it comes to paywares, I've never really had a big bad problem like that. You bought them from the TO.
Maintain on separation with the terrain for installation of college break. Charlie Golf Zulu Mike Alpha.
Is it possible that you put them in the that you have to unzip them first and they're in the community folder in zipped format? Maybe that's it. They have to be unzipped or something.
The departure procedure will be taught at Tango Oscar Romeo Alpha Tango 1 Bravo runway 1.
Roger, Torat 1 Bravo, 1 6.
457 miles to go. Aurora Celeste is back. Hi, Aurora. Welcome back in, and a very, very happy Sunday evening. Thanks for coming in. I hope all is well at Celestis, at Aurora Celestis land, which is another cool name here on Twitch. You're not happy? Oh no, what's going on? I hope all is, you know, things can be made better. Might not be able to solve the problem, but come on in here and just kind of take a load off, enjoy the flight. We got big puffy clouds and a really, really hard arrival. Had a trip to Tulsa canceled. Oh no. I'm really sorry to hear about that. Dom T Gaming says there's mountains everywhere, but it's not that bad. So you were going to go to, was there a special event in Tulsa? Or just kind of go into town to change scenery and stuff? Hey, success. JSG Droid managed to get the whole programmed into the UNS. How about that? That's awesome. Good job. Really good job. That's not easy sometimes. Oh, a significant other in Joplin? That's always extra disappointing. That always is extra disappointing. Sorry that happened.
Para que información de tránsito, al momento un Charlie 172 de su institución, nivelado 6.000 pies en la espera del PBR de Armen. Scenic 7866, información de tránsito, tiene un Charlie 172 de su institución.
Lovis says that programming the hold in is really kind of nice.
November 715, Juliet runway 03.
Closer to St. Louis, but you were going to kind of meet halfway. That's kind of nice. You know, sorry that didn't happen. Those are always disappointing. Lovis likes that the UNS-1 has the diagram of the hold in it. Really? I know. I was seeing the pie here too. I'm thinking either apple pie or pecan pie, hot with a big scoop of ice cream on the side. Aha, pecan pie. Hot pecan pie with vanilla ice cream on the side is really pretty tasty.
Negative. That was the Q&A 019er, and now the Q&A Pastol 1020. I'm again to flight level 120, spec
I know, holded pie would be really nice. Sidious says it's 1:30 a.m. You're here late on a Sunday night. You've got your week off. Sidious, that's great news. Have you got special plans for the week? You've never tried, yeah, so usually like a French vanilla ice cream or something like that with a pecan pie, or, you know, maybe a hot cherry or apple pie is good too. But those two combinations together, you don't want a huge big piece of pie and a huge big piece of ice cream, you know, scoop. But, you know, medium size together, that's a really cool dessert. That's a great dessert. Thanks for putting up with the pre-rolls and stuff.
Charlie Golf Loma Alpha break. Oceanic 7866. Me confirma bord Yankee dell'Italia ILS. Pro ILS Zulu de la pista 20, notifiquen el
All
localidad.
right, I think everything's good. Yeah, the picture-in-picture does help with that. Especially, you know, when the ad breaks roll. You know, when the ads roll, it's just about to land and stuff.
The temperature to 8 degrees.
Roger, 17016
Number 762 Romeo Mike, runway 16 Cúcuta, wind 170 degrees, 16 knots, clear to land. Colonel Force 120, exit hold and continue approach, RMP.
I think a spy just got kicked out of the hold up ahead.
Roger, exit the hold and continue approach.
Oh, I didn't know you could still hear on that. That's great news. Great news that you can still hear that. So thanks for putting up with those. They do actually help a little bit here.
Now you are number 3 in approach sequence, number 12.
I don't know that it's called Prime. There's something in Twitch that you can get so that you don't have adverts. I just don't. Turbo, that's what it's called. It's Twitch Turbo. Let's see. We need to look outside and see if we got. Okay, clouds are kind of puffing up there.
2206. 207. Bienvenido a Armenia, control terminado.
Always need to do a little thunderstorm update each evening, just to make sure there's nothing bad on the horizon.
Golf Zulu Mike Alpha, taxi to holding point.
Aurora likes 85 degrees. It's a little bit cooler today. Prime includes Twitch Turbo. I don't know. They've been changing those kinds of things for a while now. And sadly, I just don't have what it takes to keep up. I'm sorry, the METARs don't work anymore. We switched from Stream Elements to Streamlabs, and so unfortunately the METAR doesn't work. J.U. Rogers is back from Florida for a week. Clearly the alligators didn't get you anymore. Sorry about that, Aurora, but yeah, I'm not, we did make the switch over to Streamlabs, and we kind of lost a lot with that. Don't know if that was the best thing that I did or not. But there's other places to get weather. Okay, flight level 330. 2 miles to go. Then hopefully we get a little speed up here. Well, you got to watch out for alligators in Florida. Crocodiles, and now apparently big anaconda snakes that some people brought in as pets and then decided they couldn't handle them anymore, so they dropped them off in the Everglades and stuff, and now they've got a big bad snake problem there. Watch out for snakes. Always have to watch out for those.
Don't worry,
Flight level 330, and we're going to be at Mach 0.7, so that's not a bad ground speed.
Welcome to Pastol, control out 0040, thank you for flying on Pastol.
We do have spies that are landing. So there is JSG droid probably just entering the hold. Loviz may have kicked out of the... Nope, Loviz... Oh, there's the hold right there. So I think Loviz is done and about ready to start the run down Red Route 1 there. And I'm guessing that's Dom MGY that's landed.
Top clearance granted, Agent. Loyalty
TFP
noted.
Red just did a resub, and it's been 7 months already. Hey, thanks for the resub. Thanks for some nice ATs, nice jet fuel in the flight plan, and helping me to keep everything on. Found your 2 sceneries they installed into another community folder. Installed your main community. Oh, good. So it was the nested folder problem there. That's no good. Aurora posted 1500 Zulu. That's not so bad. It's not as windy as it usually is for you, right?
United 310.
Heavy weather, yeah. The Ursa Minor is a really good side stick to have. Just about ready to come over Bogota. I almost wonder if we should put the hold in. Let's just put this in. Inbound course is 213, right turns. Let's just put that in. I have a feeling we're going to get it. 213.
Reinforcements incoming. More agents
Hey, look who's
joining
back.
the
It's
spy flight.
Nightwolf. Nightwolf just did a raid.
New recruits
Hi, Nightwolf.
detected.
Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome aboard.
Hawks
Agent.
Girl
Stay
just
sharp.
followed. Hi, Hawks Girl. Bogota ATC is I mean, this is one person. That's one person that's doing that entire green shaded area. That's pretty impressive. Hawks Girl, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming by today. Good to see you. 91 is a little on the warm side, isn't it? Thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. And I think there was a cheer in there too. Thank you for being so cheerful. Hi, Nightwolf. Welcome aboard. It's going pretty good. Had some trouble with the CRJ earlier, but I think we solved all of that. Now we're flying in a VATSIM event that is all about difficult approaches. All about difficult, scary approaches. Loviz sees the airport. There's not a lot. It's a really big area, and everybody's kind of going into the same place. Plus, I don't think that the center here has radar down at Pastol Airport. So the hard part is you have to hold a little bit here. So Loviz, I think, just got kicked out of the hold, and JSG Droid's just entering. Hi, My Tech Review. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Oh, we don't have the proper lucky hat. We're in an Airbus. We get to have the Airbus hat. So I already put the hold in. 60 miles to Bogota. We are streaming, or is that somebody else? Sorry if that was somebody else. Let's come over here. Oh, Loviz. Refresh the weather. Okay, winds right now are variable at 1 knot. Boy, that's lucky. Ceiling and visibility is good. 18 degrees. The altimeter is 1020. Airport itself isn't, as I recall, that big. Coming in on, we'll probably get the Alpha. Yeah, about as calm as it gets right there. Okay, I think we get to sit back and chill for a second. Avianca Ops, we were 948 minutes, but we changed the time. We're cheating a bit today. It's dark and there's going to be like hills, and so we're cheating. I normally don't like to do this, but after our huge fight with the CRJ going into Salt Lake today, I kind of need a break. Dogs is going to fly from SKCC and it works. Yay! Sometimes they just bury their, they add extra folders and don't tell you. It's really kind of silly. And sometimes you just have to go searching for your scenery, so that's not good at all. But glad you found them and it's working. It's actually kind of a cool airport. Tomorrow's first flight for Vectors to Copenhagen is Amsterdam to Copenhagen. And then we bumped a flight yesterday, Gatwick to Dublin. So we've got Gatwick to Dublin after that too. Vectors to holding or vectors to diverting. That's what it's been for Copenhagen lately. Gregorius is back in chat. Hi, Gregorius, hon. Aurora would fly Microsoft again, but my gaming PC isn't powerful enough with the add-ons. You were getting 8 FPS. What happens if you just start turning down scenery? Turning it down, all of your scenery settings, your graphics settings to low, and start bumping a little bit up from there. Is there any chance at all that that helps out a bit? That airplane's just a little bit too loud. It's already at low right now. That sucks. That is not fun at all. Insidious, the CRJ flew over your house, and actually we stuck with it, and we abandoned one flight. We couldn't. 2 times we couldn't get the engines going. Then we got the Airbus going. Couldn't push back. Couldn't taxi. Got off VATSIM. Abandoned that flight after we were able to take off, restarted everything, and then the CRJ worked. The SK, yeah, it's a kind of a cool airport, Dogs, where we're going. It is kind of a cool airport.
Bianca 514 after, sorry, squad mode Charlie.
Today, I don't know. It's about a normal time for today. Well, it's going to be a little bit longer. There was just a lot that was going on. For the 777, the GSX Jetways goes to your second door. That's actually the way it's supposed to. That's the way it's supposed to do DXB Flight Simmer. If you look, they almost always, for the wide-body jets like the 777, the 787, the A350, and I think some A321s, that's what it's called the L2 door, left side 2 from the front. They want to do that so that the passengers can board and not go walking past the first class cabin. So that's kind of the way that, I mean, PMDG did it correctly. They did a good job with that. I wish more of the wide bodies would use the L2 door like that. The 757s, yep, they do that too. Low-vis may be having some tense moments in the low-vis cockpit. I mean, when somebody puts that out, yeah, when those two, when you request boarding, it doesn't work for L2. Low-vis landed. Oh, okay. So it was a little bit of a nail-biter landing today. Remember, low-vis is not in such a nice airplane like the A320. He's in a cranky old Fokker F-28.
Not exactly.
JSG Droid entered the hold and then you exited the hold. Well, at least you saw how to set it up, and you got it set up too. First time on your flight, so that's really, that's the accomplishment right there. Because the UNS-1, the Universal One Flight Management Computer, is not all that intuitive. Intuitive is not a word that you use with that. Dom T Gaming said there was a big tree in the middle of the runway. Not like the big crane that was in the middle of the runway one day for, I think it was JSG Droid going into Chicago O'Hare. And had the, I think it was the We Love VFR stuff or something like that up, and it put a big construction crane right in the middle of the runway. We love Flight Sim. We love Flight Sim. It's on the approach, it's not on the runway.
514, reaching runway 02, the wind is cold, clear for takeoff.
Okay, coming up to our equal time point here. Now we're in cruise mode. Cool, 175 miles to top of descent. Well, we are going to keep an eye out for the tree that Dom T Gaming says is on the approach to the runway. 173 miles to top of descent. Let's see, fuel. Fuel is 5.8, diversion fuel. Diversion fuel, nope, not that one, is 3490. So we got plenty of fuel to make it here and plenty of fuel to hold if we need to. I Love Bread's number 7 is here. Good morning. I hope you've had some very good bread lately. Welcome aboard. You took a 3-month break. I hope it was a good break for you. So DBX Flight Simmer says whenever boarding, it says waiting for your action. Open left entry number 1 when entry 2 is connected. And you're using GSX, right? I don't know that I've actually used GSX to board the 777. I don't know if I've used, so I don't know about that. Next time, well, the other thing is, I'm not. I'm almost always flying the 777 cargo liner. So that's why I haven't done that DXB flight simmer.
Charlie cleared for LGMK runway.
Low-vis came in high and fast. The appropriate approach, altitude, and speed for a spy pilot. Red alert, the galley's out of Colombian coffee. Panic. Isla bread just finished breakfast and had pancakes. Good Lord. Finished pancakes. You had a good break. Lots of work. Contract is finished, so now you get to fly again. Right on.
Subscriber confirmed.
Brandon,
Top clearance granted, Agent.
MUC
Loyalty noted.
5 just subbed. Oh, it's a resub for 45 months. Thank you, Brandon. Thanks for some nice jet fuel in the flight plan and helping me to keep the lights on here. I could not do it without you. Thank you for helping me to keep things going here. Really do appreciate you keeping it going.
Sorry, Avianca 514.
We are
514 radar contact passenger.
We are 414.
Climb, high climb rate L360.
Oh no, JSG droid crashed. What happened? That's never happy news. What happened on your flight?
Break, Charlie Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta, exit hold, Micah Columbia clear for RMP runway 02, the QNH in Pastol 102.
That never feels good.
Avianca 9401, traffic information, there is a citation jet. Now at 1.
I Love Bread is going to try the pilot's life chapter 2. Are you, so you've already done number 1? Yeah, I can't wait to hear what happened. Was it a CTD or a controlled flight into terrain, a CFIT?
Roger, we'll look for the traffic and Central 120 will hold at Mike Echo Romeo and plan to exit will after the aircraft land.
Sorry that happened. That's no fun at all.
Hello. Just quick recommendation for the next time you go online on the network. Please check that you
I'm going to kick my speed up a little bit here. You haven't done chapter 2. Okay. Oh no, CFIT, your altimeter. Right altitude according to the approach plate. Oh no. This is a really hard approach because, and I think JSG Droid and Low-Vis and Dom T Gaming are all flying at night, you know, real time. I'm being, you know, I'm being a cheater on this one. But there's a lot of hills around here. Mustafa says that chapter 1 versus chapter 2, it's really just a version 1 and version 2 of Pilot's Life. So it's going to be 8,800 feet until PS 411, and then we start our descent. B the Gamer is here with a raid. Hi, Raiders. Hey, B the Gamer, thank you for coming in. I appreciate the raid. Welcome, welcome. Gotta see the runway at 6,300 feet.
Well, for now, don't expect the hold. Continue as fire report.
We have already ready to hold, but expect no hold, and
6300.
That is correct. If I have
We'll put in the rest of the information in a bit.
I will report you.
Dom T Gaming was using the C750. Oh, really sorry to hear that there was a CFIT on that one. I know how hard you worked to get that airplane ready to go and working, you know, and to get the hold in and everything else. It's never fun on an event like this when that happens. You know what might be helpful on this flight? Some fixes. I think fixes would be a really good thing to do here. Okay, so we're going to, so fixes, flight plan, upper left corner, and fix info. We are going to SKPS. SKPS. We're going into runway 02. But the reciprocal for this runway is runway 20, and that's going to be a heading of 201 degrees, 201, and I would like a 5-mile range ring. Okay, let's do it again. SKPS 02, page 2. SKPS 02, and draw a ring around the airport at 10 miles. And fix number 3. SKPS, runway number 2. SKPS 02, I don't know how to type. And draw a 25-mile range ring around the runway. And now all those are in. Now we're going to have range rings and an extended center line, and that should help us too. Dom T Gaming got the MD-11 airborne yesterday because Mustafa did a great tutorial on it on YouTube. Mustafa is a great channel to go to on YouTube to start, to look for some tutorials. Especially the MDs, the McDonnell Douglas airplanes. So that's a really good place to go. We are 102 miles, so let's go over here. 100 miles out. Phoenix, approach, refresh. Okay, 1021 is our altimeter setting. 1021. The altimeter, it's 18 degrees. And we're just going to call it 0 at 0. Transition, we'll call it 120. And all of that's good. Let's see if it gave us one on the charts though. Maybe we get a better transition on the RNP chart.
Runway 16, the wind is 170 degrees, 16 knots.
Transition altitude 11,000. Transition level is set by ATC. We'll just add 1,000 to that and call it 12. So we'll just do it that way. Top of descent is 88 miles to go. Says we get down to the bottom of the hold is 12,000 feet. Dom T Gaming says, yeah. Just I think it's airplanes in general. It could be a big old MD-11's tough to slow down, but you know what? That little A319, there are times that it doesn't want to slow down either. Especially when you're making a tight turn to final. You know what was easy to slow down? That's CRJ, our turn to final into Salt Lake just before this flight. Wow, did that airplane just slow down perfectly. It was a very nice approach.
Charlie Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta runway 06 Pastol with escort.
That one felt good. Top of descent hockey stick is just emerging up here.
Early Golf Zulu Mike Alpha, you're free to go report back.
Thank you.
Nothing else to worry about here. We could go over and set traffic to below. And I'm going to guess that terrain radar might be a good idea. Captain Whip TV is here. Hi, Captain Whip. Welcome, welcome. We're doing the difficult approaches in Colombia. We've got a really cool little approach here. There's hills and everything around there. And they're doing holds up here too. So we're getting the whole treatment tonight. Happy Sunday night. Hope you had a great weekend. And you get a week of fun flying. Almost time to do a top of descent.
The inbound truck will exit the hall now.
Roger, inbound track, Manila approach, following
SKPS. We've got 7 arrivals, 1 departure, and 2 airplanes sitting on the ground. You're in the intertropical conversion zone today. Oh, we are? That is a hurricane term, so let's go to... Uh-oh. Okay, well, there we go. Oh, wait, the intertropical conversion zone. You're not talking about this. Canadian Bear says Truckie's not working. It's actually been really, really mild so far. Intertropical Oh, what is it that? No thunderstorms. Oh, for me today? No, it's been actually fairly calm these past few days. We had a good laser light show about a week or so ago. It was a really good lightning show here. Very, very windy. Lots of hail in some areas too. I think we're pretty much clear of that right now. Yeah, clear tonight, 60, 87 tomorrow, back in the 90s though. I think we're probably in the season where it's time to start drying stuff out now.
Charlie Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta, continue to climb on the approach.
Yeah, the temperature today has been really, really pleasant.
Until Papa Sierra 414, then continue to climb to 8,100 feet of Papa Sierra 415.
And I should probably just wear the lucky shirt here until it goes away. Monsoon season for you soon.
There is a citation there that you missed the approach. Runway 02, the aircraft is right now 7,700 feet.
So monsoon season for Captain Whip. Ooh, we got a little snow on the top of this hill. Look at that. It's been a little bit hard to predict some of the monsoons this year in some parts of the country. A lot of them are kind of a little bit off as far as the schedule this year. I mean, it's still based on 30-year averages and stuff, but still.
Don't climb on
You said 120 or 80?
120.
120.
That's a pretty cool peak.
Number 486, taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 02, Jack was out for departure.
We should be getting a descent in a little bit and instructions to hold. 36 miles to our top of descent, so.
Alpha Hotel Delta, now positive crossing with the traffic. Sorry, now clear of conflict. Climb momentum relay 120. As bullish. Can you please confirm the region for German's approach?
There's an unstable approach on final, short final test.
Well, that was a nice excuse for the reason for the missed approach. Not as much fun as the one that we had in Europe a few months ago. Flying down to Colombia, you always had a seat on the flight attendants 30 minutes early for turbulence. Oh, really? 30 minutes early. So when Captain Whip was flying down into Colombia, flight attendants got into their seats 30 minutes early because of turbulence around the Andes Mountains. Really? Wow. Wolfies has arrived. Hi. I'm glad you did not miss the whole live stream, Wolfie. Welcome on in. And happy Sunday evening. Hope you had a good weekend. All is right with the world here. 25 miles. We should be getting a descent almost immediately. Maybe, if we're lucky. Well, maybe not. I've got another one coming right at me here. They're at flight level 360. I'm at flight level 33. So maybe not. Dom T Gaming says there's cool videos of turbulence over the Andes. Well, you've heard of skiing the bump runs at Telluride. It's flying the bumps in the Andes, right?
Avianca 90401, runway 02. The wind is calm and clear to land. Avianca 8341, radar contact level 360, continue as 5.
We got an airplane kind of coming right at us up here. It's above us, so that's good news.
Charlie Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta Spec RMP approach runway 02 back to Pastol. Can you please confirm that you already have it?
We're going to probably enter the hold, so I'm not too concerned about our descent right now. Loviz is going to take off. Loviz wants to put it on the top of the terminal like the Fokker at Ehan.
Right, proceed direct to Mike Echo Romeo, crossing Mike Echo Romeo, clear to RMP approach runway 02.
High altitude controls are sluggish at these airports too.
Athena 646 line on hold over Mike Echo Romeo at flight level 140.
Continue into hold at flight level 140, Athena 646.
As information, there is a citation jet that will cross below you.
I slewed back up and you tried it again in the daylight. How did that work out, JSG Droid? You know, there really is nothing wrong with doing that afterwards. That's the cool part about being in the sim.
First call over Mike Echo Romeo, ready for.
Bianca 414 is ready for descent, all set for the hold over Mike Echo Romeo.
That is correct. It's one ready. It's in 160. Your number 3 in approach sequence.
Descending when ready to flight level 160, and we are number 3 for the runway, and we've got the hold all ready to go for Avianca 414.
Copa 749, I'm receiving a contact me from Panama approach.
Mariners fan is going to Iowa, Minnesota, and Chicago this summer. Mariners fan, are you going to try some Chicago pizza when you get there?
Yeah, you do. Lufthansa 406, contact Panama
Captain
Control
Whip has
1320.
not been to Camila? Is that your first time?
Contacting Panama, Lufthansa
This
406,
airport?
bye-bye.
We've if this one, we've been here before. We've done this little turn. Wolfie wants some authentic Chicago pizza tonight. Wouldn't it be great? Yeah. This is a cool approach. We've done this before, Captain Whip. There's also some good airport sceneries for this airport too, but it really is kind of entertaining here. So as we come on in, 8,800 feet pretty much is what you're doing until you come to spot F here, basically. Maximum speed 150 knots, 8,800, and that is when you start your final plunge to the runway. And you basically do that on your turn. On the turn, which is pretty cool. So we've, like I said, we've done this before. We've never done the hold like this before coming in. You've been to Pastol before, but you've never been to SKCC. That was our departure airport. It was actually really kind of nice. Dogs found a really nice payware scenery for it, but I was just using, I think, default. It was okay.
Charlie, Mike,
Wolfie, you can find Chicago-style pizza around Seattle. Hey, that's just a couple miles that way down the road. I had to move over there if you've got Chicago pizza in Seattle.
Avianca 90401, roger that. Climb to fly level 120 as published in the chart. Papa Sierra 41T, 6,700 feet, then Papa Sierra 414, 7,000.
We're a little fast. Are people doing the dive of death today?
We're ready at runway 2.
Mariners fan. So there's two that I know about. There's one, Giardelli's is a local pizza chain there that's supposed to be really good. I've got I have a friend who went to Northwestern, and she's an expert on pizza. And my favorite, though, is Lou Malnati's. And they're all over the place. All over the place.
Okay, I hope you got that clear from the next try, okay?
And so those are the two that I can tell you about.
Continue to 8,100 feet, the climb and maintain 8,100 feet.
Continue 8,100 and again 8,100 and the 180.
I have not done it. I don't know about Unos. So I don't know about that for pizza.
Okay, descends to 120 in the hold, setting 646.
Avianca 90401, traffic information, you got citation jet, leaving 1,000 feet over you.
Welcome, having 940.
Now's a good time to...
Avianca 414, continuation to fly level 140, hold over Mike Echo Romeo.
Continue the descent now to flight level 140 and planning the hold over Mike Echo Romeo for Avianca 414. That's right. You don't...
Avianca 414, sorry for that. Be continuing to fly level 160. I just had another misapproach. But so you are number 3 if you land right now.
Not a problem. We'll stop it at flight level 160 and enter the hold at Mike Echo Romeo, Avianca 414. But yeah, Captain Whip's right. It does take a while to cook. So you never, it's not a fast pizza. Loviz says the F-28s do not fly RNAV approach as well. Probably you're going to have to do those strictly by hand, right? I would imagine the autopilot would be very cranky.
Ecuador 1497, Squawk 8, por favor.
Yeah, I was gonna fly Fokker jets at night with everybody, but we just had such a nightmare with the CRJ out of Jackson Hole to Jackson Hole down to Salt Lake that I had to go with an airplane that likes me a little more. When low vis hit the base, that's when you went visual? I would imagine so. Put speed brakes away. Auto brakes. Speed brakes. All set ready. Yeah, that was a real mess. Something was wrong in the computer, just needed to do a restart. I don't know. Dom Gaming said, oh yeah, the weather wasn't all that great either. There was wind shear all over the place. 3 go-arounds for Dom T Gaming at Salt Lake because of wind shear and stuff.
Alpha, Hotel Delta, runway 02, wind is calm, clear to land, use caution, you are still
Loviz flew this flight earlier today in the A320 and it flew the RNAV perfectly. I was probably going to disconnect the autopilot a little. I'm trying to disconnect the autopilot for a little further out just because it's a fun airplane to fly.
November 486, radar contact passing
so,
1000 feet.
Maybe that's not the smartest thing for me to do. It's getting late. Got one airplane in the hold there that I see. Looks like there's 2 of them. Okay, posture check. Loviz says wait to see. Dom T Gaming disconnected on final. I'm gonna need to do that little floor seat pad here. Just a second.
Athena 646, exit hold on Mike Echo Romeo, continue approach QNH in Pastol 1021.
Okay, continue approach on
okay,
T02,
got the chair all set up and it's ready to
Mike
go.
Echo Romeo,
I've gotten a bit old and so I've ended up having to do one of those little lower back things and sometimes it gets a little bit weird.
Bianca Air 401, stop your climb at flight level 120.
Climb 120 and about 19, Bianca 941.
Bianca 414, continuation to flight level 140, hold over Mike Echo Romeo.
Continue the descent, flight level 140, hold over Mike Echo Romeo for Avianca 414.
That's correct, thank you.
I wonder if we need to do a spy holding math on this one. Probably not. I boarded 30 minutes of extra fuel. I didn't know we were going to do the hold today, but we should be good. Flight plan, the computer. Where's fuel prediction? Fuel prediction says 6.3 when we land. Right now we are at 5.4. What? EFOB at SKPS says 6.3. I'm at 5.9. Something's wrong. What's the flight plan say? EFOB says 6.3.
Air 401, say your current indicator.
I don't understand. Something's wrong. Hey Beethoven, you got a special flight tonight. What is it? You've never seen a flight to Pastol with ATC.
230 knots.
Oh, Beethoven, I'm glad you're enjoying this. But you haven't gotten to see. We've done this airport a few times. It's pretty cool.
Right and proceed direct to Mike.
I don't do it that well, but it's a fun little airport.
Order direct Mike Echo Romeo to see a hold out Mike Echo Romeo and then I told you one.
You will maintain flight level 120, the inbound.
Another successful arrival.
13 degrees.
Roger, Bianca 941.
JSG got it down, but the F-28 cannot follow an RNP approach worth SWAT. Got it. Loviz says a BizJet landed.
Charlie Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta, Roger
I
that,
kind of am not
0125,
surprised to
November
hear that,
Golf Course.
JSG Droid.
Thank you very much. Have a great night. Excellent. Thank you, Johnson.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think we're fine. And there is our minimum clean speed, and the airplane's happy. This one is not one of the easy ones. Oh yeah, I think I remember a BAE party at this airport once. That was the day, I think that was the day, remember when we all took off in our BAE 146s and barely got off the runway? I mean, you know, A, you know, hair dryers for engines, but B, high altitude, probably summertime, you know, and hot. So that was probably what that was all about. Yeah, we did BAEs to this airport, took off from a high altitude airport in Colombia, took the whole runway. You know, like I said, hair dryers for engines, what are you gonna do?
Bianca 414, the QNH 1013.
1013 on the altimeter, thank you for Avianca 414.
Just to as information, in Pastol, the transition level, flight level 120, transition altitude 1000.
1000 and 120, thank you for Avianca 441.
You are welcome. You may expect around 10 minutes on hold to my gate called Romeo due to traffic. Now your number 3 and sequence number 2 aircraft is aircraft that use miss the approaches coming with flight level 120 to hold to my gate Romeo, expecting to the number 1 aircraft to land safely before starting the new approach.
Not a problem, boarded tons of extra fuel so we can hold all what we need to here for Avianca 414.
That's music for my airspace.
La Paz, that's right, it was La
Bianca
Paz.
974, pista 4 derecha en Bogotá, el viento 330 grados 03 nudos, autorizados pegar.
All right, I'm gonna guess that we should do holding math. So we should do hold math today. Okay. So let's see, LOO
Plan Ecuador
loops,
1497, ahora en contacto radar
and we've
nivelado
got
3.
diversion fuel is 3.49. All right, so when we come back around, we'll get our fuel and coming in. Dom T Gaming says La Paz is no yoke. Pasto is not easy when you fly it the first time. Oh no.
Hold or Mike Echo Romeo before your approach.
On JSG Droid's first approach, concentrating on the descent and turned early into the ridge. In La Paz and the BAEs, you will drop at the end of the runway, get a little speed, and then you get to go.
My current speed is currently, I think, 155.
That's right. We're preparing for our vectors early. Whenever I get into a hold, I do, you know, and I'm sure that this is not the exact way to do this. I call it hold math, spy hold math. Let's see what our endurance is. I'm probably making this a lot harder than it has to be. But that way, I just know.
Don't worry, it's just that I have a really long line to approach to the airport, so I just say that you were fine.
Yeah, the hair dryers didn't work too terribly good at that altitude, did they? They really didn't.
Don't worry, continue on your seat now. No rush. I prefer you to land safely than to miss approach and just miss
land safely? Come on, this is the spy flight. Safety last, right?
I trust you, bro.
You learned a whole lot about the, well, that's great. And see, that's the cool thing about flight simming and stuff. We learn about, even a crash or something. We all learn something about the airplanes, and that's what's really cool.
American 9401, maintain flight level 120 with QNH 1013.
Okay,
Join on hold
7
where Mike
miles.
Instructions for continue.
Bolivia is where we did that circling approach and had to figure out on the fly. Oh yeah, that one was fun. That was at the airport that has a statue like they have in Rio de Janeiro that we didn't know about. We kind of flew around to come in.
1013.
Had no idea that that was a circle approach that day. So like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Recibo 5, muy buena noche.
5 miles, and we get to write down a number.
Over to center, Charlie Golf Zulu Mike Alpha. Take an expected runway for.
We're supposed to do
arrival.
right turns, right? Yep, those are right turns. It looks like the other airplane's going the other way. Maybe they're getting kicked. Okay,
Roger,
3
RMQ
miles.
approach 02. Can you requesting
Learning on the fly is fun.
altimeter and
It is.
temperature at
Not the way the real
airport,
pilots do it. But sim pilots can do it that way, and
The
it's fun.
temperature is 18 degrees right now.
1 mile to go.
You may expect RMQ approach runway 02 and before
If
that,
all
you may
buses
expect a
have,
hold where
we
Mike
can
Echo
put
Romeo you are.
expect further clearance time in the McDo,
Sergeant
and that gives you
00
your
RMP,
bingo
hold at
fuel,
Mike Echo
alternate
Romeo,
diversion
Charlie
fuel.
Golf.
I don't know if this one does or not. 3, 2, 1, and 5.68. Okay. So 5.68 minus. So we've got that number in there, and then when we go around, we're going to find out how much fuel it costs us to do one complete loop. And then we'll project ahead and see how many loops that we can do. And that's and that's how we're loopy. Thalo hates after doing serious stuff on Sunday. Oh, absolutely. If you're doing serious stuff, yeah, that's the cool part. If you could still do the serious stuff and hang with the spies, that's awesome.
Correct. Pushing the start is approved at discretion. Report Bravo 13 before Bravo, ready for taxi. When ready for taxi, we can coordinate your departure on mobile phone.
Japan, Dom T Gaming says it's a cool place to fly in Japan too.
8341, cuando
Not us.
listo, descienda para 13000.
So we would be Quattro Uno Quattro.
Prepare la ILS Yankee, empieza 4.
Thalo has pizza tonight. It's gonna have to be something light. This is gonna be a late night. That's okay. We don't mind.
Preparar ILS Yankee para pista 14 izquierda.
Avianca 8341 prepara el ILS Yankee en la pista 14 derecha y cuando listo descienda para 17000 pies vía girar 4 eco. El QNH en Bogotá.
All of my time, you know, not that it was that much, but still, every time that I was a passenger and knew this, there was only one flight out of May that I ever remember us entering and being in a hold. That was when there was really bad thunderstorms that popped up over Washington, D.C. We were going into Dulles, and it was so bad that it flooded the railways going out to the airport and stuff. And I was kind of hoping, well, maybe I could do the railway into the D.C. area then. It was relatively new then. No. Had to do a cab in, which was ridiculously expensive. That was like one of the only vacations that I ever did. I've only really taken myself on 2 vacations in my life. And one was kind of a working thing that I, you know, stayed a lot longer and splurged and did other stuff. But this one was a real one. That's the time that I went to the International Spy Museum in Washington, D.C. and saw a real Aston Martin DB5. And that's when I realized, boy, this is not a very big car.
Join on hold over Mike Echo Romeo. Start your descent now to fly for flight level 160.
Not the biggest of cars.
Flight level 160 and join the hold at Mike Echo Romeo, November 46.
Coming on around.
Satana 646, welcome to
This one had rotating, had rotating license plates. It appeared to have the machine guns behind the turn lights up front, and the bulletproof shield in the back popped up and down. And those were the things that we could see. You could walk to the side of the car and look in and see that they had the little cap on the gear shifter and the red button for the ejector seat. Beethoven saw a film from Black Box in Ecuador about an awesome approach at Sierra Echo Lima Tango. Really? Haven't gotten to see an awful lot from Black Box lately. I'm sure Black Box has been really busy. Okay, here we go. So we're coming up 3 miles. 2.5 miles.
Mega 414 Bogota.
Avianca 414, hello.
Avianca 414 in the inbound, continuation to flight level 120.
On inbound, continue down to flight level 120 for Avianca 414.
That is correct.
So we have to go out. And 210, 5.50. All right, equals. Now, got to do math. So it's going to be 5.68 minus 5.50.
Avianca 414, I'm sorry, in the outbound. You will continue to flight level 120. Now you can continue to flight level 120.
Flight level 120 on the outbound for Avianca 414. Thank you. Okay, I didn't do that math right. I didn't do that right. 5.68 minus 5.50 equals 0.18. 0.18. Now then, what we need to do is come over here and get that fuel again, 5.50
Thanks for the ATC. Have also a good night.
minus. It doesn't like the calculator very much. Okay, minus our diversion fuel, which is 3.49. 3.49. Okay, so let's do that. Clear, 5.50 minus 3.49 equals 2.01 divided by 0.18 equals 11 loops, 11 and a half loops, and we've already entered loop number 1. So loop number 1, and we can do 11 loop-des from this point forward. Now again, I'm going to guess that the real pilots don't even do any of what it is that I do. They've got something far better. But this is my, that's what I call spy math. And that way, that's how I know. Oh, Black Box is retiring soon? Oh, I didn't know that. Loviz found the Bolivia circling approach. Ah, yeah, this was it. So I did see, this was that little area. They have a park, and I believe the statue is here. But yeah, this was that, and we didn't know we were going to do a circling approach. We didn't know that we were going to do the circling approach to come in. But that was a fun day. That was a really great challenge. It was an elite wings, and we were all kind of flying along at the beginning of all that saying, I'm not feeling all that elite right now, kids. What's going on here? And then all of a sudden it's sort of like, you're doing this circle to land up here, kids. Really? Okay. Then it became clear that that was their plan for the elite, and it was a great surprise. That was a fun arrival. Yeah, it's a little bit of a gotcha there, but it was a good one. That's right, no charts.
Niner 401, reduce speed now, 150 knots as Polish in the charts. Runway
Loviz, that's right. Loviz did a good job because Loviz was the pathfinder for us. Loviz was first to go in and discovered, oh, this is what we're doing? Oh, okay. Continue the descent to flight level 120 for Avianca 414.
Charlie Golf Zulu Mike Alpha, when ready, descend to flight level 180. On hold to,
it did take a while to explain it. It really did.
Flight level 180.
It did take a while to explain it. Okay, we're coming up on loop-D number 2.
Ahora sí lo tengo en el sistema, capitán. Se autorizaba Río Negro. Ya Tomkey 4 Romeo la salida, pista 4 derecha.
And that is loop number 1, working on loop-D number 2. And that's our endurance. Now, of course, the other endurance is how much room there's left in the blue juice saloons of our airplane. Because, you know, people keep going and going and going while we're looping and looping and looping. At a certain point in time, we're going to run out of room. And that would be a problem. Loop number 2 with our math. I'm going to turn off the seatbelts for a second here. In the hold, I just, you know, it's not bumpy, and there's probably some poor person that sat back there and tanked up on food or brew.
Bianca 414 in the inbound course, leave exit hold and continue approach runway 02, QNH in Pastol 1021.
1021 is the altimeter, and on the inbound course we will exit the hold and continue with the RNP for runway 02, Avianca 414. Beethoven's liking this flight into Pastol.
November 486, decision maintain FLL 140.
So on the inbound, we'll hit exit the hold and go. Mariner's fan was in Chicago during tornado season, and you got caught in a hotel during the tornado. Oh, all tornadoes are scary, Mariner's fan. I've been in close proximity to 3 of them. I will never forget them. And it's why I was never, ever, ever interested in being a storm chaser. And watching the movie Twister and stuff, it was sort of like, no, I don't think that that's cute. I think that's scary. So, yeah, I've never wanted to do that. I've also had to stand on, you know, 4 beaches for hurricanes coming ashore. So I was one of those idiots standing out on a beach saying, you know, you don't want to be out in a hurricane while I'm out in a hurricane because the boss told me to. So. Okay, so coming on in here, after this, it's flight level, it's 10,000 feet at PS 409. Loviz grew up in Oklahoma, now lives in Florida. You'd much rather deal with hurricanes. Yeah, hurricanes are a lot more, you can prepare for them. You know, you can prepare, you can look at the slosh model to figure out how high, you know, the storm surge is going to be. You can figure out, you know, if your house and if you're safe there, depending upon the category and the information coming out. A tornado, you can't do that sort of thing. You just can't do that sort of thing.
Backtrack, and then Alpha.
Dom T Gaming ran from some hurricanes when you were stationed at Charleston. I imagine so. Mariners fan, I understand literally crying about storms. Tornadoes are scary. Tornadoes are scary. Dom T Gaming was at Tyndall Air Force Base.
Up to 10 miles before Papa Sierra 40. Before Papa Sierra 401. Sorry, you will maintain 250 knots until 10 knots before Papa Sierra 409.
It's going to be a little bit of a later night. We had some trouble with the CRJ earlier. Okay, let's go ahead and go to flight plan. I'm going to exit the hold. Over to performance. Okay, so what do we have for speeds here? Maximum is going to be 230 knots coming on down. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 210. I like 210 coming in. Our bottom 88 and 8,800's in there for managed. I'm actually finally, I've cracked a little bit of the Da Vinci Code. I've cracked a little bit of the Da Vinci Code with tornado eggs. Now it's just a skills issue to be able to know exactly when to grab your chopsticks, pinch two sides of it together, and start spinning the pot around to make the tornado eggs. And then I usually, I'm going to go flaps 1. And then I usually, I will flip my tornado eggs. They still look pretty good. They don't usually in Asia, but I kind of think you need to cook your eggs, so. All right, here we go. We're beginning our trip down Red Route 1 here. Tim Dog remembers seeing the aftermath from an EF4 tornado. Compilot was 4 blocks north of a Walmart that was taken out in Joplin. The Joplin 2011, I think that was one of those that everybody remembers. Okay, approach phase is armed. Approach phase is ready. Okay, auto brakes, medium, speed brakes, armed. You haven't heard of tornado eggs? I'll try and send you a link.
Then 140 after hold 5,000.
Ayanka 514, spec Sloot 2 Alpha arrival for ILS Yankee, runway 160.
And here is a link to the video on tornado eggs. Ice Trinity, you live in a country that doesn't have the natural disasters? Indonesia shields you from the west and the Philippines from the east. You know, it really is becoming a blessing, you know, being able to live in a place that's not bad. I think that this controller's doing an incredible job. I'm just rocking this entire sector like you said. I'm amazed. Okay, we got to slow down here to 180 knots. I'm going to do that right now. 180 gets more flaps out, ready to go.
Avianca 8341 pesado, cruzando Ambes, autorizado el ILS Yankee.
414 is us. Okay. Posture check. I should rap about tornadoes. I don't think that I should ever attempt to rap about anything. I'm one of those that just does not have that kind of musical talent to do anything. Compilot had an EF1 go over the top of your house. It blew a 50-foot maple tree down. Well, they're just so unpredictable. Ice Trinity's going to retry the A350. It's a tough airplane sometimes. And landing lights. Seatbelts back on. Cabin call. Flaps 2. Flaps are 2. Approach mode is armed. Looking good. Posture check from Dom T Gaming. Good idea. That's what we need to do. I actually think that this is the Phoenix and the PMDG airplanes are the best performing airplanes right now, at least on my system. I was a little sad that the FS Labs wasn't performing as well, but that's okay. I also the A300 could use a little performance bump too. But there you go.
Not yet.
Okay, there is our valley. I think that's it over there. Maybe,
not really.
I hope. Because there's a big hill in the way that we're not going to get over.
Prior to your descent. But when ready, descend to 6,000 feet via S2 Alpha arrival. Destination Cúcuta is
Lovis said, yeah, the C750, the little biz jet now, the Citation 10 is, it performed very well in my sim. No burps or anything. I don't think I have a problem with any of the Just Flight airplanes either, Black Dog. So the BAE, the F-28, I don't really get any performance burps in that at all. Okay, VAP's going to be 137. We're good to go here. Next speed is going to be 150. I'm going to go to 150. How about wheels? Flaps 3.
414, runway 02 fast, the wind is called clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 02 for Avianca 414. Really awesome ATC on this event tonight. Thank you. Flaps are full. ECAM.
Avianca 414. Yeah, the information even was cancelled. I just go online. A normal day, but the people was really amazed from the event. The event will be in 2 weeks. Yeah, the next one in 2 weeks.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. Thank you.
This is the warm up.
Always need a little extra practice. Okay, we are a beam of the airport. And looking good. Are we ready? AP is off. Captain's got the airplane.
Avianca 8341, horizon 4 derecha, el viento 290 grados 03 nudos, autorizado aterrizar. Avianca 8341, pista 14 derecha, el viento 290 grados 03 nudos, autorizado aterrizar.
My flight directors are my bud right is my big bud right now.
Delta 90525, squawk code 1204, 1204.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
November 48, citation 4X.
Oh, come on, airplane. There's a hit. We're making a turn to final.
Romeo, continue approach runway 02. GNH Pastol 102.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Okay, QNH 1021. We'll exit hold on the inbound leg and clear to the approach RMP runway 2, November 46.
That is correct.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Charlie Gold to Mike
Got the
Alpha,
airport,
in
got the
outbound
runway.
Course, we will exit. The outbound course continues in flight level 120.
Ahead. Pull up.
Shut up.
The outbound course, descend flight level 120, Charlie Golf Lima.
November 265 Alpha Victor, radar contact 15,000 feet, continue climb unrestricted, flight level 430. Avianca 514, dice mantén 6,000 feet, 6,000 feet, QNH Cúcuta 1014. Loma Yankee 00, Victor detrás del 787, en final, rueda posible manteniendo. Correcto, ya la aeronave aterrizó, entonces va a rodar a posición 4 y mantiene.
Well, it's an RNP, so at least it's not going to yell at me about the glide slope, right? ECAM checklist is great. Landing. There's that tree that Dom was talking about, right there at the end of the runway.
Pull up. Pull up.
Verse. Floated a little bit too much.
Avianca 8341, bienvenido a El Dorado, confirma posición de destino.
$383, 1G. I'll take the I'll take that 1G. Everybody survived. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was arrested here.
6, posición 32, notifique establecido.
Lucas is in chat. You nearly got flashbacks to your landing. You barely stopped. Oh yeah. Loviz had a flight earlier in the 737 and kind of had some cooked breaks too. Bogota from Avianca 414, clear of runway 02. Thanks again for the fun event. Have a great week.
Avianca 414, you are really welcome. Control out 0200 Zulu. Thank you for what call. Good night.
Good night. Wow. And this is a cool little airport too. Look at that. Somebody's got a, I think that's got to be Loviz over. And I think the other airplane is probably the BizJet. Oh, and of course the phone, the weather cam. Absolutely amazing airplanes.
Aprobó ILS Zulu pista 01, notifique en el localizado.
Nice markings for the airplanes. We can, for which airplane parking is nice.
Delta 90525, clear on radar contact around flight level 280.
Parking good. And everything looks good over there. Oh, forgot to get the strobes off. APU is ready. Engine number 1. And engine number 2. And we'll stop our squawking. Squawkage is good. Come on up here. We can do our fuel pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can do 3, 2, and 1 on our ADIRs. And how's our N2? N2's down below. I think you're supposed to wait below what? 15, 20, something like that, before you would turn off your beacon. That lets everybody on the ground know that it won't suck to get close to the engines. Sorry, couldn't resist another stupid joke. Couldn't resist another silly joke there. And let's come on over here to Phoenix. You know what we could do? I bet GSX will deboard us. Hey, there, let's let GSX do the work. And here comes our stairs. Ooh, nice little Avianca stairs too. Those are nice. Beethoven, this was a fun flight. Tomorrow's first flight is Amsterdam to Copenhagen. It's going to be vectors to holding or vectors to diverting. We're not entirely sure. Here is Loviz. This was Avianca 414. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just kind of coming in. Warp factor 10 there. They're a little bit fast, but hey, what a fun turn to final. Let's see, I think it wants us to open our own doors. And here comes the bus. The doors are open. And our Avianca is doing good. Thanks for the nice landing picture, Loviz. What a great day. Oh my gosh, it got a little bit long. I know it's a little late. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking it out with me. This was such a great approach and one neat event too. This is one of those fun approaches. If you have not done this approach, I definitely suggest it's one to give a try too. Tomorrow's first flight, as mentioned, we're going to be calling Amsterdam to Copenhagen. That should be a nice flight or so. Loviz was doing the 2024 walk-around thing. Walk-around, once you kind of get used to it, is actually kind of nice to be able to use. So we've got that. Then we've also got, I think this was a flight into Dublin that was suggested. So we'll go ahead and get that flight into Dublin that was suggested too. and we'll do that. Probably have a little bit more fun and see what kind of trouble we could get into. Also, time for me to say thank you. There's been some nice gift subs lately, and I need to add to that list. I'll get that done before first thing tomorrow. So thank you for the extra support today. And of course, for those of you over on Patreon, the secret agents, special agents, and double O's over there, thank you for the extra support. I can't tell you how really important that's going to be for me to be able to keep things going. So I'm super duper grateful for that support. Let's see. I don't think that there's anybody that I know that's doing flying. Clipped on the ground is somebody who's flying. So this is somebody's in the Fokker. I don't think we've ever been to Kip on the ground before, but I don't see anybody else that's live streaming that we know. So why don't we go and get that? Canadian wants to do British. I thought I was going to take the 737 Max or something on that. Not sure. But why don't we go over there and see Kipt and go there. We've never been there before. Thanks for being here. Thanks for staying up a little bit extra late with me tonight. I hope you are having a really, really good evening and a good wrap up to your weekend. Oh my gosh, can't believe it's Sunday already. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the extra support. Oh, that's right. We could do Shamrock. Shamrock. We need all the luck we can get there. So we'll try and do a Shamrock flight on that one. Thanks for being here. Have an incredibly good evening. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. In the meantime, though, as always, please, 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 wherever you are, stay healthy, stay safe. Can't wait to see you in the friendly sim skies. Departure time is that normal time, 1800 Zulu. Have a wonderful evening, nice dinner, good tasty pizza. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, good night. Stay healthy, stay safe as always.